Blessings, everybody. It's yours truly, Dan Adams, aka the Soulful Conservative, host of the Dan Adams Show, and owner and blogger at thepoliticalheat.com. All one word, thepoliticalheat.com. Social media at Dan Adams Show on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Gab, and Instagram. Now, as I make my way to my destination, I got a few things I need to get off my chest, and the fact that I am dodging and weaving potholes and divots in the road is apropos to where I'm going, and you'll see where I'm going with this. Now we have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where President Trump signed an executive order, and I don't know all the details, but the basis of the executive order was to defund any sanctuary city continuing to not abide by the law and continue to harbor illegal criminal aliens. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I just heard this morning that our idiotic mayor, Bill Peduto, and the city council has passed or has allowed, even though we didn't vote on it, citizens here in Pittsburgh, they have put aside money and signed into law, I guess if you want to call it, an ordinance that will allow Pittsburgh to harbor, basically, illegal criminal aliens. I've heard from all of these sanctuary city mayors like Rahm Emanuel, de Blasio, and this idiotic Seattle mayor who basically said that they're not going to abide by this executive order, which, how can you not abide by an executive order where federal funds are going to be taken away from you? You're not going to get these federal funds if you still continue to disobey the law, not abide by the law, and continue your sanctuary city practices. Now, this particular mayor in Seattle said it goes against our core values. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The man said for them to not continue their sanctuary city practices and harbor illegal criminal aliens goes against their core, not just a value, but their core values. So disobeying the law, not abiding by the law, is Seattle mayor's core values. Well, how is it in this day and age that we've come to this point that we have allowed the left in this country to think that disobeying the law is a core value? I don't know about anyone else on the right. I can only speak for myself as a conservative. There are laws that are on the books that I cannot stand, but I will abide by them because they are the law. I will do whatever was in my power to change that law, but if it's a law that's currently on the books, me as a law-abiding American citizen, I will abide by those laws. So for a Seattle mayor to come out and say that they're not going to abide by the law because it's basically, as he said, their core value, then ladies and gentlemen, what in the world, in what world are we living in? What nation are we living in where our own citizens have taken it upon themselves to enact anarchy because they don't like who got elected in November? They don't like a law that is on the books. They don't like whatever reason in regards to sanctuary cities and being defunded and it being a core value of disobeying the law and not abiding. Ladies and gentlemen, it's almost to the point where I can't even believe these words are coming out of my mouth right now. I cannot believe these words are coming out of my mouth. You have mayors across this country coming out and saying they're going to disobey the law. Yeah, a law that they don't like. They have no problem disobeying. And I'm talking about the left in this country. But anyone of us on the right would say we would come out and disobey the law. Oh, Lord have mercy. The end of the world would be in process. It would commence, and that would be it. But it's okay, because it's a core value for some leftist, liberal, Democrat mayor to disobey the law. It is almost mind-boggling and just utterly mind-blowing that, for one, law-abiding citizens are not just coming to Seattle mayor's office, residence, town hall, bowling alley, wherever he may be, and saying, excuse me? You're going to disobey the law, not abide by the law, because you feel it is a core value to harbor illegal criminal aliens. You're going to use city money, city money that's been paid for by tax-paying citizens. You're going to use that money to do whatever you feel is within your power, which obviously the power that you feel that you have is beyond any power that any of us walking around here who have to abide by the law. And with abiding by that law and laws, not just one, multiple. Just kidding. But you know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. You know where I'm getting at. You know what I'm trying to relay. That the left in this country feels it's okay to disobey the law because they feel it's within their core values. Use taxpayer money to facilitate that disobeying the law, not abiding by the law, that illegality. But yet, as I travel here in Pittsburgh, and we've heard ordinances and proclamations and things of that nature from our mayor and the city council, that they're going to do whatever they can in order to shield, harbor illegal criminal aliens and use local city taxpayer money to facilitate that illegality. But yet here I am driving to my destination, and I have to evade a pothole probably every 10 feet. So instead of using that money that should be going to situations like this, where fixing the roads should be a top priority, fixing the water situation that now I've just found out that we're having here in Pennsylvania, in western Pennsylvania, not to the level of Flint, Michigan, but there's lead in our water, levels that should not be allowed. So instead of attacking that is affecting law-abiding, tax-paying citizens, no, let's use that money and help those who took it upon themselves to come into this country illegally. They felt that it was okay to totally disrespect our sovereignty. They felt within their hearts that it was okay to disobey our law. And now, seeing the example that has been set by the leftist liberal Democrats in this country, that if you do that, then we are going to take taxpayers' money, law-abiding, legal American citizen taxpaying money, and give it to you. You, the illegal in this country. You, the illegal criminal alien in this country. am done with trying to, I guess, put my own values and principles aside and look at it from just a common sense point of view. I always try to put myself in situations where I might not ever see myself in. But now it's come to the point, and I'm not trying to be selfish. I'm not trying to be uncompassionate, as the left keeps telling us in regards to illegals and refugees. But it's come to a point now in my life where after 8 years of the Barack Hussein Obama regime, where my life, where it be it monetarily, specifically monetarily, didn't realize I had that on the hope that isn't in the background for the first 10 minutes of this video, where monetarily I am nowhere near where I want to be. And granted, I've taken upon myself to do Ubering and Lyft and other things to help compensate for not being able to have the salary and have the ability to, you know, elevate myself in regards to fixing things in my house, having money in a savings where if I need to get tires, there it is, boom, I have it. You know, normal stuff that us normal, average, law-abiding citizens here in America have to deal with. I just hope and pray, ladies and gentlemen, I just hope and pray that some eyes on the left are opened. I'm praying for them, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I will go to battle with them. I will point out their lunacy. I will point out their maniacal behavior. But I'm still going to pray for them. Because just me recognizing that I am a sinner, they're a sinner too. And they need the grace of God placed upon them just as much as I do. But my number one priority as a husband and a father, I need to take care of my family. That is my number one priority. I need to take care of them monetarily. I need to make sure that they have a roof over their head, clothes on their backs, food on the table. That is my responsibility, no one else's. Now, going forward, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to see more opportunity to elevate my monetary status. Everyone in this country would love to have an opportunity to elevate the money that's coming into their bank account. I don't know if President Trump has the answers for that. I don't know if President Trump will be able to bring those opportunities, as he says, to all Americans, legal, law-abiding Americans. But for the past 8 years, under the Obama tyrannical regime, those opportunities have never been there. So I'm hoping and praying going forward with the Trump presidency that we see those opportunities in front of us. I'm going to move on from sanctuary cities. And that took up most of my time on this particular broadcast. But let's go ahead and talk a few minutes in regards to the investigation that Donald J. Trump wants to happen, is pushing for, in regards to voter fraud. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, voter fraud. Now the left are besides themselves because they know that their dirty laundry, skeletons in those closets, are going to come out and be available for the world to see. And they don't want that to happen. The leftist, liberal, lamestream media doesn't want that to happen because they are the mouthpiece of the leftist, liberal, Democrat Party in this country. So they're going to look as doubly stupid, criminal, because some of these things that they have done in regards to voter fraud, are criminal acts. Now, are they probably going to get prosecuted for them? Probably not. But just being exposed, and for them railing against the fact that there's any voter fraud in existence, that sleeping giant that was awakened back in November of 2016 and allowed Donald J. Trump to become president, they will have that in their back pocket when they go vote in 2018. It will reveal the downright dastardly deeds by the Democrat Party. We've seen it, but the leftist, liberal, Democrat, lamestream media does not want to report on it because they are complicit in it. And for those out there who, and I'm with you in regards to this. Trump cannot come out and put out numbers 3 to 5 million without having concrete evidence at his fingertips. He cannot do that. And I'm for all you Trump supporters out there, you might want to pay attention and listen to this. Trump is your man. I get it. But you cannot allow him total carte blanche in regards to him coming out with these claims and these accusations without having that evidence at his hands, in his hands, right there for everyone else to see. He can't continue to do that because he's going to continue to make himself look bad, number one. Number two, with him coming out not having that evidence at his hands and in his hands and at his disposal, making these claims and making these accusations, do you really think that he's going to garner the support from me, who wasn't from the gate a Trump supporter, but I am supporting him as president right now? I'm hoping going forward that I continue to see the actions that I've seen so far. But that fringe element, the Never Trump crowd, and things of that nature, you cannot continue to do this and expect them to come on board. So as I end this voter fraud segment of this broadcast, with the allegations that Trump has put out and this investigation that is about to commence, there are going to be some revelations in regards to the Democrat Party and their dastardly deeds and their involvement in voter fraud. They're doing everything within their power to not let that happen. But we've already have seen evidence that the Democrat Party has been entrenched in voter fraud. So let's just let this investigation take its course. Let the results be known to the public, and let's go on from there. Hopefully with the revelations that are going to come, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it twisted. These revelations will come to the forefront. I'm hoping that it will continue to shed the light about these dastardly deeds that the Democrat Party has done in the past, and hopefully will deter it in the future. Now, I have one more topic I want to talk about before I go ahead and sign off. I have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, that when being confronted by the liberal leftists in this country, and the fact that I'm a black conservative, and I hate having to even, you know, make that a point. But unfortunately, those in society, those who have, I guess, made it a point to label me as a black conservative, I unfortunately have to deal with things that I wish I didn't have to deal with. This is not a pity party, but I just wanted to make a point. To all my Democrat black Americans out there, to all those who feel that I'm just doing this, and whatever they mean by just doing this is, that I'm a conservative because I'm trying to get the support of white people, which I don't even understand what that even means. And that is their like #1 go-to, besides being called an Uncle Tom, a coon, you know, everything else that you can think of. Betrayer of the black race and all that idiotic nonsense. You might as well just get used to it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not changing up who I am. This is my core value, my in parentheses, end quotes, whatever, highlighted with a highlighter. These are my core values. Conservatism. Yes, black America. Conservatism. You have the likes of D.L. Hughley and anyone else who has spoken out against Trump, #1, but has spoken out against conservatism, feeling that the Democrat way is the only way, even though when you confront them, even though when you ask them a simple question, and I posted this earlier on a post on Facebook, let's just talk to the normal Joe Schmo in the black community. Just ask them this one question. Ask them this one question. After 8 years of your beloved black president, Barack Hussein Obama, is your life better off? Are you better off? I always get crickets. I never get yes. And if your answer is yes, if your answer is yes, then I would like to see some concrete evidence of that. But if your answer is absolutely, unequivocally no, then why are you still voting Democrat? That is all I have for this broadcast today. The close to noontime morning edition of the Dan Adams Show. May God continue to enlighten. May God continue to lead you upon the path of righteousness. And may God continue to bless you and your families. May He keep you and your family safe from any harm or danger. Until we have this discussion again, God bless. Peace.
And you know this, man.